Imagine this. You survive a plane crash, you wake up completely alone, and the world you've woken up in? Well, the rules have been totally rewritten. Today, we're diving into an absolutely gripping 100-day survival story in a hardcore Minecraft world. It's a journey that really becomes this incredible narrative about resilience, and it all kicks off with one single panicked shout.
So that's the very first thing we hear. It's not some calm, cool assessment. No, it's a raw, panicked reaction. The creator wakes up literally inside the fiery wreckage of the plane, and those words just immediately set the scene. You can feel the chaos, and you know right from the get-go that the stakes are unbelievably high.
So, day one. It doesn't start with hope or a plan. It starts with pure devastation. Our player is alive, but just barely. And as the rain starts to fall on this burning wreck, the brutal new reality of this place, it really starts to sink in.
Look at that, half a heart. This isn't just a tough start. This is life on a razor's edge. You have to remember, this is a hardcore Minecraft world. Death is permanent. There are no do-overs. Waking up with half a heart means that one tiny misstep, one little fall, one hit from anything, and the whole thing is over before it's even had a chance to begin.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. This isn't just a normal survival challenge. The fundamental laws of the game itself have been completely twisted. You can't just punch a tree to get wood anymore. Your health barely regenerates at all. Simple things that are just muscle memory for any Minecraft player now require these complex new steps. It's not about playing the game, it's about relearning reality from scratch.
So this brand new reality forces a total shift in strategy. The early days aren't about building a cool base or thriving. No, it's purely about enduring. It's this grueling process of learning the island's harsh new rules, while, just trying not to die from the constant, overwhelming threats.
And the new difficulty is it's staggering. Just think about what it takes now to make a simple axe. It's not a 10-second job anymore. It's a whole multi-step puzzle. You have to figure out brand new mechanics like getting sticks from breaking leaves, not from wood. Every single tool you make feels like a massive hard-won achievement.
And on top of all these complex new mechanics, the island itself is just actively trying to kill you. Hunger drains at this alarming rate. The weather can flip from a nice sunny day to a full-blown tornado in just minutes. And then there were the monsters. These were new, terrifying variants, like zombies whose bodies physically block your path even after they're dead, and creepers that could blast right through your walls. It meant that nowhere was ever truly safe.
But, as the days ticked by, something started to change. The story shifted. That desperate fight for survival slowly evolved into a journey of exploration, because our player started to suspect they weren't the first one to be stranded here.
And you can see this clear progression in the timeline. Each one of these discoveries wasn't just a lucky break for loot. It was a piece of a larger story. The shipwreck, the abandoned shelter, that incredibly dangerous mine shaft. It all pointed to a previous survivor. Someone who had tried, and maybe failed, to get off this exact same island. And deep inside that trapped mine shaft lay the ultimate discovery, the vehicle assembly table. This one block, it changed everything. Suddenly, the goal wasn't just indefinite survival anymore, it became a concrete mission. Build a vehicle and get out of here. It was the first real glimmer of actual hope in the whole story.
Right in the middle of all this struggle and discovery, something completely unexpected happened. A little monkey shows up, and after being fed, he becomes this loyal companion named Chinku. In a world of just complete loneliness and constant threat, this friendship became the new emotional core of the story. It was a reason to survive that went beyond just saving yourself.
So with a friend by their side and a clear goal right in front of them, the final, absolutely monumental phase of this journey begins. It's time to execute the blueprint for freedom. Building this plane was an engineering nightmare, but look at that list. One component stood out as being almost impossible to get, the netherite ingot. Normally, getting that requires a trip to the nether, a literal hell dimension filled with lava and monsters. A trip like that in hardcore mode, that's basically a suicide mission. So, how do you solve an impossible problem? Well, the island itself provides a dramatic, completely chaotic answer. A dormant volcano on the island suddenly erupts, and this cataclysmic event reveals a shocking resource right there on the surface: ancient debris. The one thing needed to craft netherite without ever having to leave the island. It's an incredible twist. So, with that impossible component now secured, one last massive task was left. A plane can't just take off from anywhere, right? A huge runway had to be carved out of the island.
It was this final, defiant symbol of nearly 100 days of non-stop work.
All right, this is it, the climax of the entire saga. After 100 days of pure struggle, the escape is finally within reach. But of course, the island has one last terrifying test waiting for them.
After days and nights of just relentless construction, the runway is done. The path to freedom, which was once an impossible dream, is now laid out right in front of them.
And there it is, the Thunderbird. It's fully charged, every component is locked in place, the vehicle that represents 100 days of hope and ingenuity is finally ready to fly.
And then, the worst possible thing happens. At the exact moment they're about to escape, a massive tornado, the most destructive force we've seen yet, forms directly over the island, turning that brand new runway into a wind tunnel of absolute chaos.
You can just hear the pure desperation in these final words. The plane takes off, but it's immediately caught in the tornado's grip. It's not a clean takeoff anymore. It's a frantic, desperate battle against the storm, pushing the plane's engine to its absolute limit, just trying to break free from the island's final violent attempt to hold on.
You know, in the end, this is so much more than just a story about a video game. It's a case study in methodical problem solving, in adapting under the most extreme pressure, and just the sheer, raw will to endure. It really makes you wonder, what does a 100-day virtual ordeal like this actually reveal about the very real power of human resilience?